I'll tell you something though, this is what summertime fishing is all about. There's one, let's go. Early bird gets the worm. It can be a lot of fun. Never mind, there's a big one. There's a big one. Oh my gosh. But man, can it be tough. I cannot believe I'm not getting bit down these banks. What are we doing? Like, this is crazy. I'm fishing it in what I think is the right zones. There's one. Oh yeah. Gosh, this is fun. Is that 3 casts in a row? It might be. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Uncut Bass Fishing Channel. My name is Tyler. I'm the host of this channel. You may recognize my face and my voice from my other YouTube channel called Tyler's Real Fishing, but my goal remains the same on both, to help you guys have a good time catching bass and become better bass anglers on this channel in a totally uncut format. Now today, we are fishing a classic summertime day. I'm gonna walk you through my process that I take almost every single time I go to fish a pond in the summertime. Could be late spring, could be dog days of summer, whatever it is for you. If it's hot and the bass fishing is getting tougher, here's how I conquer my ponds. Now, in all my videos on the channel, they are brought to you by my merch brand called Infinite Outdoors. This here is my brand new hats by Branded Bills. I mean, it like almost feels too nice to fish in. Super awesome hats. I've got 2 blue ones that just dropped and 1 green one. The blue one here having a PVC like rubberized patch here on the top, or lettering, feels stinking awesome. And the name Infinite, NFNT, has 2 main meanings. First of which, there are infinite possibilities, especially this summer. School is out, infinite possibilities of having fun in the outdoors. Could be going to the lake with your family, could be just playing in the woods with your friends. That's the first meaning. The second is that I believe and my trust is in a God who loves us infinitely, that he would send his son Jesus to die on the cross for our sins, so that through his sacrifice, we can be in right relationship with God. So if you're all about that, or you just want to check out the merch, or heck, if you don't want to check it out, totally fine, but it'll be linked down in the video description, including the 3 brand new hats that just dropped on our summer drop. Now, I'm gonna get my rods and my tackle bag and head to the pond, so we'll see you guys down there for the first cast. Okay, so walking up to the pond, the first tip I have for fishing summertime ponds is that for the vast majority of us, getting to the pond early in the morning, I'm talking pre-sunrise, is the best way to at least guarantee yourself maybe not going home empty-handed. Not saying you're gonna catch a giant first thing in the morning, but it does seem to me that the more ponds I fish and I show up after sunrise, I'm just missing out on the opportunity of at least a few bites, especially on top water. Those fish are shallower, the shallowest they're gonna be all day. Oftentimes they have been feeding overnight, especially on a big moon type of night. And so by just getting there and fishing the best looking little shallow target, so I'm talking stumps on the ground like you see there. We've got little tree branch off of this stump. There's one. Let's go. That was shallow. I mean, give it an hour and this fish here is not sitting that shallow. It's just too sunny, it's getting too hot. But we got ourselves our first bass of the Uncut. Not a giant, but a nice one to begin. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You gotta, early bird gets the worm. Throwing a popper this morning, mainly because of how calm it is. If we had any wind on the water, I'd be throwing a walking bait, a plopper, a buzz bait even. But I'm forcing myself to pop it a little bit slower. Also because I'm not trying to make casts along every stretch of bank. I'm just fishing the stuff that looks good in the water, or I know based on previous experience is holds fish off the bank. And I've got 2 other rods here. I've got a swimming worm and a jig that I'll switch to after I do a lap with the top water. But again, my whole goal with getting here early in the morning is just to put my lure in an easier way in front of more active shallow bass that just might not be there later on in the morning. I know not everybody has the ability to clear schedules and get out there whenever you can, but I think if anybody can sacrifice to get to the pond in the summer, it is early. generally when folks have the most free time is before everybody wakes up. So you're gonna see me go really, really fast to begin this uncut here. And especially on this bank, because there's just not much on the bank, and that's what I'm targeting my cast towards. I'm gonna come back down this bank and fish off it, because I know there's brush out there, but I'm really just trying to pick off what I kind of call the dumb ones, like just the ones that are in a feeding mindset that are more susceptible to eating. Then I'll slow down, jig, worm, drop shot, free rig. Lots of different things I could do. Although today will just be the worm and the jig. And we are going fast, folks. Lots of shallow turtles this morning. I'm really excited for that other bank. I have not fished that one before this early in the morning. I mean, I'm here before sunrise. I'm proud of myself. I got here early in the morning, and luckily we have a small shield of clouds on the horizon that's allowing the sunrise bite to last a little longer. And one thing you can do this time of the year is called chase the shade. Basically, all that means is that you are chasing around the locations that are still shaded, because those locations are where the shallow bite, and in this scenario, and normally in the summer, I'm talking about the topwater bite, that's where that will persist the longest. So if the sun's rising here, obviously it's gonna hit this side of the pond first. And so because it hits this first, I'm gonna fish this first before it ever has a chance to really hit it. Then I'll move to the other side. So the sun could be blasting this side of the pond and the fish would never know it, because they're the ones that live over there. So when you can, try to walk the pond or start on the side that has shade the longest, or sorry, start on the side that has shade the shortest, and then go on the longest. But man, with how calm it is, I am bummed, and because of how bad the topwater bite seems to be right now, I am bummed that I did not bring a drop shot, because I feel like that actually would be a killer today, and I didn't bring one. So just didn't think I'd need to. I thought the bass would be chewing a little bit more, but they are not on the chew right now. Like, I've caught one, yeah, but I expected to get out here and catch a few more a little quicker. Let's make one cast over there. Oh yeah, oh my gracious. Oh, I got one, there he is. You, my friend, are not big. You are not large, but hey, that's two. Two bass to start the uncut. Don't you flop. Got him. KVD splash. He wasn't coming off. He had 3 hooks in him. Got him. Beautiful. See, I'm telling you, that side over there, I feel like is where the big ones are going to be. The big ones. You know, you'll have that on them big jobs. That's what Taylor, my editor, has been telling me every day. I'll say something that's out of nowhere. He's just like, yeah, you'll have that on the big jobs. I don't even know where that comes from. I think I'm gonna take a photo of a big fish today. Post to my Instagram story. Or maybe that needs to be a caption. Yeah, I need to post a photo of a fish and say, you'll have that on them big jobs. Boom, I'm just on a roll with my cast this morning. I'm dialed, as they say. How's my lens looking? We're looking good. Shooting this video in 4K today. So if your TV has 4K resolution, go ahead and toggle over to the menu and turn that on for this video. See if the, I mean, it's just GoPro today, so it may not be a huge difference with GoPro footage, but it could be. Very much could be a difference. And I'm trying to make these uncuts just that much more viewable for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. There we go. Come eat my little popper. My jalapeno popper. My Texas Twinkie. No, 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 you don't eat it. Get out of here. Goodness. A bird was trying to eat my popper. He saw the little white body and orange nose and said, ooh, never seen a bug like that before. Don't mind if I do. Let's see if I can. Oh, yes. Skipped it. The popper is the one hard topwater that you can actually skip at least once. I've never had multiple skips. But it seems like oftentimes if I land short of my target, but I'm at a low enough angle and enough velocity, it actually does skip once, which is pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, I'm thinking that the bottom contact lures are gonna be better today. It's been so hot this week. It's been in the 90s with like a real field temperature, which is, I'm not sure what that means, but they say that it feels like it's like 110 outside, which is crazy. But you know what? You'll have that on the big jobs. You'll have that on them big jobs. And it's way too crammed in here to throw top water. What am I doing? I've only fished in here one time, and I really didn't do that well way back in here, so probably shouldn't spend a whole lot of time back here. It's just so juicy, I feel like it'd be dumb not to. See, I tried to skip that one. Hey, quiet. Also hoped I would beat that dog to wake up, but no. Dog is now in the backyard. I'm gonna have to pass it. Great. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. I'm not feeling this little pocket back here. You might look at me and say, Tyler. Oh, you wouldn't look at me. Sorry, you're on my chest mount. You may look at what I'm looking at and say, Tyler, what do you mean? It looks so juicy back here. I'm telling you, it's like 2 feet deep, maybe. Bunch of turtles. It's really shallow. And I promise you, it ain't that good. Yeah, there we go. Classic. Classic 3-pounder. 3-pounder. Maybe an unpopular take, but if your dog barks, I don't like it. Like, I know they're an animal, so animal gonna do animal things, but put a stinking bark collar on that thing. I want them to, and I can pet them. I don't want to walk by and hear a woo 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 woo. Like, bro, you're in a fence. You are in a fence. What you gonna do about it? I'm free. You're in a fence. Like he sees me coming from all the way over here. Crazy. Something just spooked from over here, but I'm telling you, it's so shallow. This is where, you know, having been to a pond before is of your benefit. Hey, puppy. Good morning, puppo. You growling at me? I love you. Oh, here comes another one. 3 dogs. Oh my goodness. 3 dogs in this family. Hey, he left. How about that? Oh, he's back. Hey. Hey, puppo. Whee! How about you stop? Think about your life choices. Think about your life choices. All right. Now we're in a good zone. Sun is still low on this side. I'm telling you though, I threw a popper because of the lack of wind. My confidence is really not in a popper. I'm realizing why I don't like it that much. I'm a big walking bait guy. So I'm gonna force myself to stick with it. Mainly because I started, you know? They say don't start something you're not gonna finish, you know? That's how I feel about the popper. I feel like I need to finish this thing. Made a cast way outside of the tree, which is definitely in deeper water than I'd fish a popper in normally, but I'm guessing that there's a bunch of limbs and stuff on the bottom on the outside of the tree, so there might be enough cover down there for a fish to be sitting on. Good grief, I got 4 turtles coming at me from the 4 corners right now to eat my popper. Dude, my confidence is so low in a popper. I don't know what it is. Maybe your confidence is low in a popper too, and this video will be the nail in the coffin for why you never throw one. Like it's a good top wad. Lots of guys throw it. Ooh, frisbee. Lots of guys throw it, especially when it's calm outside. But man, I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it. There's a lot of turtles. Holy cow! I'm taking over this bank. All the boils you're seeing here are Franklins. All right, there we go. Gonna ploop one on the edge of this upcoming lay down little thing. Pop, 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 pop. Good grief. I'm shocked. Somehow might not be a topwater morning, or the bite is just going to be that tough. So the 2 rinker-dinkers that I caught are the only fish I'm going to get. I don't think so. I think if the topwater fish ain't biting, that they are somewhere else. But this does not fill me with confidence this morning. That's for sure. Like, man, I should have caught one on the edge of this stuff here. Come on now. And it is already getting hot. I feel the humidity working its way onto my back, which is not fun. Crazy. It's like so maybe the fact that it's so calm is a detriment to my success. Hadn't considered that. I looked at the weather and I thought, wow, tomorrow morning looks very calm. I like it. Maybe I shouldn't have liked it so much. Maybe, just maybe, the bite's gonna be difficult. Keep forgetting I'm working a popper, not a walking bait. That's my walking bait retrieve. Pop, pop. That is how I need to retrieve it. Man, oh man, confusing me. That should be one. And it's not the color, like bone works all the time. Wow, what are we doing? Am I just bad? Am I just a bad fisherman? All right, enough tomfoolery. We're gonna catch some on this next little stretch here. The bank gets steeper than it's been for a long time. We got some bushes in the water. I will get a bite here. Promise you that. Promise you that. Uh-oh, well, not do that. There we go. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah, I'm over the bush, darn it. There we go. So calm out here, I almost feel like I can't talk. It is humid and heavy. This is weird. This is weird how the top water's so bad. I'm not quite understanding this. Welcome to bass fishing, folks, where the fish don't always make sense. Tell you what though, this is wrecking my confidence I was trying to build in a bopper. This does not make me want to throw it a whole lot. You know what? I'm just going to switch. My confidence is not in this anyways. So let's go ahead, put this down, grab ourselves our sling bag here. If y'all didn't know, I work with Evolution Fishing. They make a lot of really awesome products, this here being the largemouth 3.0 sling backpack. Take this thing with me, just load a little terminal box and a bag full of plastics and top waters, and that's all I'm bringing today. So anytime I've got a little pond mission and I either have to walk a long ways or I know exactly what I'm going to be throwing, there's no reason to bring the huge, big, largemouth tackle bag they have that fits like 6 boxes. I don't need that today. Just one bass sack here with the extra worms and jigs I might need. I just felt like a top water switch was needed. And as always, code TRF2026 saves you 20% on your entire Evolution Fishing order, from the bass sacks to the new plastics cases to, of course, the tackle backpacks and even stuff for your bass boat, the ballistics trays, the super nice ones. Easily zips back up. Got the scale up here. Usually bottle of water down the bottom. I forgot it this morning. But that bag just makes my life so much easier. Now I swear, if I make a change to a walking bait and immediately catch one, I'm gonna be mad I didn't do it earlier. Oh, I feel so much better. My confidence is just in walking something back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So much better. And it might not be no better, but it feels better. I feel better about it. And fishing oftentimes is about confidence, how you feel. I was not feeling confident in the popper at all. Not even a smidgen of confidence. And man, you can work a walking bait just as slow as a popper, or you can speed it up. Oh yeah, big walking bait kind of guy. But I'm kind of thinking it's been too hot for these bass to be up shallow even at night. Like, water has gotten hotter and hotter and hotter. They are just acting full-blown dog days mode already. So they don't venture off the bank hardly at all. How about one out by the fountain, huh? Probably not, but we'll give it a try. Yeah, didn't think so. Didn't think so, my dude. All right. Got a little more stretch left to go. That'd be crazy. If I caught one that shallow. Come on, dang it. Try to cast it there and then bring it underneath. Yeah. They are just not eating topwater. Wow. Welcome to Uncut Summer Fishing, y'all. It is not always giant bass just exploding on everything. Like I am very much regretting not bringing a spinning rod with a drop shot, because that is my summertime skunk buster. And I know I've caught two, but I feel like I've been skunked because of how many bass I know this pond's got in it. Dang, son. Crazy. Go back that way. What a change from like 3 weeks ago when I was here, when they were just lining the bank. Goodness. They want nothing to do with it now. How about underneath the tree? I lost a big one here last time. Wow. They want nothing to do with it this morning. Insane. Never mind. Never mind. There's a big one. There's a big one. There's a big one. Oh my gosh. Get up in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is the big tree-dwelling bass that I lost last time. Stinking almost 4 pounds probably. Get off there, please. Yes, sir. He was not hooked by much. Gosh, what a healthy bass. What a stinking beautiful summertime fish. Wow, I'm curious how much this fish weighs. Let me go ahead and spin around, get my scale out of here. That was cool. Same exact place I lost one last time. Literally could be the same exact fish. I'm gonna stay low just in case there's more fish underneath that tree. I'm guessing he goes like 3.6. Oh, 3.9. Wow, lock him, baby. Put him in slot 1. 3.9 pounder. Let me get a quick Instagram selfie. I mean, look at the belly on that guy. Wow, you'll have that on the big jobs. Whatever that means. Get a selfie in the new hat. Well, thank you so much, 3.9 pounder. As the sun is finally popping up, you changed the course of my morning. And that's the kind of bass that are in here, man. Like, bummed that I didn't catch more of those. But that fish bit. I'll zoom in on the edit here. At the base of the roots. Didn't bite out there. I just made a cast there. Made another one about 3 foot further to the left. And that's where that fish ate. So sometimes it can be as specific as that, where the fish are positioned, which makes me think I'm gonna have to take the bottom fishing portion of this pretty slow. Make a lot of different casts. Oh no, oh. Wow. Made a cast over this stick here and caught it perfectly. So I guess I'll be dragging this one towards me. Son of a biscuit. Bye-bye any more fish that might have bitten under the tree. Gotta bring you with me. I'll come back with a jig and a worm later though. Don't think I'm done catching them under that tree. That was fun. I was just like, well, there's no bass under here. There's no bass biting the top water at all. Skaploosh. Yes, there was. Very much, in fact, was a bass biting that. I'm glad I fought him in the manner I did, as he was not hooked by much. But oh my goodness, is my confidence in top water back, baby. I am walking with a groove, moving in stride. Because the popper was not the deal. I mean, I probably could have caught that fish on a popper. But I feel much better with this bait in my hands. See if I can land one in there. I did, but there's no bass. As always, the exact tackle I use is linked down below from the rod. This is the KVD Elite 7.2 medium heavy Pro SP reel, amazing little shallow fishing pond reel, as well as dock skipping. I got a prototype Seaguar braid, but I'd be throwing 40-pound Tactics braid if I wasn't testing out a prototype. I will leave all that linked down below. Those links are affiliate links, which is one of the ways that I make this into a full-time job. So if you shop on Tackle Warehouse, it costs you nothing to just click one of my links before you do so, make your cart, and then you're good to go. You do not even have to buy the product that you clicked on. That link just gets you into the site and begins the tracking. So if you do that, it'd be much appreciated. Especially if you're gonna make a huge Tackle Warehouse order. Oh, that'd be awesome. If you'd consider just clicking one of my links before you do it. Please, please, please. Because you'll have that on the big jobs. All right. Last cast. A bunch of muck, bubbles, and junk up in this corner over here. I'll get one more cast over here where I started by the pipe. Actually, not where y'all saw me start. I did fish this whole bank over here with no success, so I didn't include that in the start of the Uncut. Okay, sick. I'm gonna go ahead and walk back, get my Texas rig rod and my jig rod. I will leave the topwater rod near the head of the pond because I won't be needing this on them big jobs. And as much as I would like to just go right back down this bank, I think what I'll do is give these fish like an hour to forget they ever saw my topwater, And in case there, oh, hello. In case there were fish that are on the shallow side, they can then move their way to this deep side here. And it seems like both families of dogs on this side just woke up in the last 5 minutes. I will, though, go ahead and fish the worm underneath the dock here to begin. I feel like this is one of those that makes sense to fish first. I just caught one. So I feel like maybe doing it again, huh? That fish was sitting that I just caught, the 4-pounder, was sitting in like, goodness, 10 inches of water, maybe a foot of water. Shallow. Crazy. Oh, and that sun coming up over here is hurting my neck. And it's not even that bright, but it is hot and humid and muggy. And I'm wearing pants today because walking along a lot of shrubbery. Don't want to get ticks and bugs. But that's the trade-off. I'm more protected against sticker burrs and bugs, but I do get sweat and I'm hot. But you'll have that on the beach. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I really wonder if that fish that I caught was the same one I lost in that 200 ponds episode. Roll the footage. Punch, topwater spinnerbait jig. See if we can't snag ourselves a nice one out from under here. Oh my gosh, oh my. Dang it. And I did catch a 4-pounder here last time on a jig, so just go ahead and fish it real quick. Will not be the last time I fish it. I thought about bringing the urchin today, and then I said, you know what, everybody's seeing enough urchin content. You're gonna see a lot of it in some uncuts coming from Minnesota that I'm gonna film. Might as well throw something different, you know? Even though I believe that's one of the best lures to get a bite right now, and it would work in this pond. I'm gonna go ahead, for the sake of some sanity, and throw something a little more traditional today. That being a worm and a jig and a walking bait. I made a cast back there just now because as I was talking to y'all, I got a bite. Did not seem very large, but it was a bite. Oh, there it is again. Goodness. There it is. Oh, come on now. Ha! Ha! He pulled my pants down. Pulled my pants down. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Now, bad cast. I'm really gonna feel if he's swimming with it and then give him the business. That was 2 casts in a row there I had a bite. How about a third? How about a third? No? Dang. Nothing. Nothing going, my guy. Drop shot filler worm would get bit. I would have caught that fish on a filler worm. That's for sure. No dude about that. Let's go deep outside this tree here. And you'll notice I'm not going to fish the swimming worm today like I normally do, where I actually swim it. I'm just going to drag it. So a little higher in the column, a little faster than I do when I fish it in Florida and around, you know, high aquatic vegetation. Let me switch though to a jig real quick. Just because I like a jig more in laydowns than I do a worm. It's a more compact package. I can present it more, what's sort of like more compactly, more precisely on an area. And I've got my own custom jigs with outcast tackle coming out very soon. We are receiving better news, it sounds like, from the factory making it. Sorry it's taken forever to get these things made. We have a pond finesse jig and a heavy cover skipping jig. So I'm really, really pumped for you guys to fish with both of these jigs. That I had a hand in designing, which is fun to say. They sent me the drawings and I said, change X, Y, and Z. We tested X, Y, and Z. X and Y were not good, so we stuck with Z. And then several times went all the way back to ABC. I mean, like, there was a lot of changes with the hook size, the weights, skirt materials. And I'm pretty confident we have a good set of 2 jigs for y'all. Always worth casting into the fountain. Even if you don't know where the cables and ropes that connect the fountain are, it can be risky. Oh, like that. Come on. No. Son of a gun. Well, I guess. Okay, that's not a cable. What are we doing here? Wow. It's a little too far away, I think, for this trick, but no way. No way I'm getting this off. I'm gonna go ahead and use use something I brought with me for the just in case, which is, where's it at? I think it's in this pocket here. Yeah, there it is. A little heavy lead lure punker. And if it doesn't come off after putting this on, I'm gonna lose this too. So, oh well. How do you get this thing on? Let it go. Do I have to make a loop or something? Hold up. I think it goes in there. It needs some loose line, I think. No. Oh my gosh. How on earth? Oh, there we go. No. How does it... What in the world? Oh, I'm confused. Uh-oh. I do not want to get it tangled up. But as of right now, it's tangled. Welcome to Uncut, folks, where Tyler tries to figure out how to use his lure retriever. Yeah, how am I supposed to get this in there? What? Am I dumb? I must be dumb. I must be incredibly senile. Like, you gotta be kidding me. What are we doing? I don't know how this works. All right, change of plans. I realize I have an auto retriever made by Haute Defoe, and this one is much easier. I know how to put this one on. I just slide it on like that. There we go. Man, this one's so much easier than whatever I was just doing. Slide it down. Let's see if it works. Oh no. I don't think it worked either. No. What do I have hooked, man? See if the thing can shake itself free. Darn, darn, darn. I've lost my jig. Lost my jig, huh? Alright, well, let's go ahead and walk backwards then. And break off. Oh gosh, wow. That was loud. Loud and unfortunate. Alright, well, y'all have seen enough of that. Let's go ahead and cut to, I know Uncut, cut to when I have a new jig rigged. Because, I mean, no one wants to see just rigging a lure. So, let's get our top water and worm. The dew is really thick today. Glad I wore my waterproof boots. What's the Martina McBride song? I'm going out with my boots on. Or whoever sings that. That's how I felt this morning, lacing these things up. Going out with my boots on. Alright. As you can see, punch in the golfers. Nice pink polo. The golfers are out already. Which means that I'm really gonna have to watch my positioning when fishing the other side. Especially if they swing like that guy. That was not a good swing. And this is not hole one. So, like, these guys came from this direction, drove here, and teed off and are now going back. It's like they did like a shotgun start or something. because that was not the direction they should be driving this hole. And my confidence is real low in this corner. It just seems like the most stagnant, despite the fountain. Over there is the most stagnant water in this whole pond. So, don't think it's the best place to fish. I just have to wait for those guys to tee off. To walk back over there. Oh man, I just realized also that I put this jig on and did not thread the line through my last 3 guides. So, here we go again. There we go. Now I will use the rod to its fullest extent. Goofball, Tyler, you're a goofball. Huh. And these people have flowers in a little rock bed. I don't want to walk down there. Dude, one thing that I heard, and I'm pretty sure I saw when I caught that big one, was that a bullfrog jumped off the shore. And I'm pretty sure I just saw another one. So I think we've got some frogs in this pond, which is cool. Didn't know we had any frogs. Oh my gosh. We're a snaggy mess today. And I've never really fished all that hard off the bank in this pond, so that's what the next hour or so is going to consist of. Just really dragging and hopping and swimming stuff off the bank. See if we can't find any brush piles, rock piles, cables. I'm kidding. I don't want a cable. Give me none of that. Give me none of that. Should never turn my back on a group that's teeing off. It's a bad idea. Oh, hello. That guy's ball ended pretty close to me here. Okay, I'm putting a rod here. Cannot forget to come get this rod. Catastrophic. I've got to go home with all 3 rods. Now, next fish that I catch, I'm going to do the comment challenge, which here on Uncut Bass Fishing is something I try to remember to do in every single video, where I give you guys a question you got to answer in the comment section. And then I pick a lucky winner randomly from the comment section a month or 2 after the video goes live, and I send a lure directly to your house. And today it's going to be either a pack of worms or a jig, whichever one I catch a bigger bass on. Good morning. And I'll tell you something, the golfers on this course just seem nicer than your average course. Never once had a guy yell at me here, or some wood to knock on. Could very much happen today. He was just trying to punch it out, you know. I get it. Okay, not feeling it. I'm telling you, I just don't like this corner. A few times I've fished here, it has not been good. Uh-oh. Camera was all dirty. Hello. Nice. I'm not messing with that fountain. Too many snags around it, huh? And I don't really have a rhyme or a reason on how quickly I'm gonna switch in between the jig and the worm. I do have a rhyme or reason though on I need to clean my sunglasses. Goodness, they are dirty. Hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not yet and you're enjoying the content. Lets YouTube know that you'd like to see more of it. So that'd be sick if you consider subscribing. Something like 90% of my audience watches but does not subscribe, which is crazy. Grateful, so grateful. But hey, we need some subscriptions over here. We're almost 10,000 subscribers deep in this thing. Let's make today the day that I hit 10K. That rhymed. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Let's go ahead and cast to the edge of the tree, bring it back. I'm gonna back up. I don't like standing on ground that is that slanted. I'm just hoping to drag around this worm and feel a bunch of brush. There's got to be piles out here somewhere. And we have a little more of a breeze, which, if anything, just makes me feel good. Seems to be about 3 feet deep out there, which is not as deep as I was thinking it was going to be. I thought it was going to be 5 or 6, but it is pretty shallow out there. And this is the reality of summer fishing. It's exactly why I got out here and did one loop with topwater, because I may not get a bite again. I'm thinking I will if I'm patient enough. And if I brought the right things. That's why a drop shot would have been crucial. Monkey don't, oh, there's a fish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, well. Not large. I need to start talking more out loud that I'm not gonna catch any. Strike King filler worm. I mean, not filler worm, Strike King cutter worm. The VMC red line, little hybrid worm hook. Love it. Thank you, buddy. Oh, sorry. Shook off in my hands. Sick. Just dragging a worm around. Just dragging a worm. That was fun. Sorry for the continual camera checks here. I don't know what I was saying. Something about Oh, monkey see, monkey don't do. Yeah, monkey don't see, as in you don't see me throwing a drop shot, but you should. You should have one tied on. And I will do a pond uncut where I throw a drop shot sometime here soon. Holy cow, the guy that just hit is horrible. Hey, you know what? No wonder the guys on this course are nice. They're all bad golfers. They ain't no good, which I guess could lead to some miserable golfing, but seems like most of these guys know they're no good, so they're just here for a good time. And maybe watching a young whippersnapper like me catch a bass adds to their overall good time. But I do love this worm because you can swim it in the water. I'll kind of point my camera down there, and it looks the best of any worm swimming because of that cutter worm tail. Not that you can't swim a creature bait. You can. Of course, you can swim a jig. You can. But swimming this worm just has a nice little action to it, and then stopping it, and it swims and then glides down with the nose, the pegged nose weight. It's just pretty gas, as the kids say. There we go. That guy chunked it a little bit, but he's down the fairway. All right. I have not fished a jig in a hot minute, so let me switch to that for this outside of this tree here. This is the only GoPro I have that has the super wide angle, so I can film in 4K, but also like ultra wide. That's so it has a domed lens to it. That's why I keep checking it, because it's harder for me from my eyes vantage point to actually see if I've got water on it. And I'm gonna work the jig even slower than I work the worm. Especially when, like right now, I feel like I'm in some brush out there. Just gonna shake it like this. I'm talking 4-inch movements of my rod tip. So minuscule. Just giving the jig that impression like it's a little bluegill or crawfish, just like trying to get over a stick. Today is the day you have made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Also never caught one off that stick out there that I just made a cast to, surprisingly. Feels like I should. It's the only visible stick in like 5 feet of water. Doesn't make any sense. And as I slowly hop my jig, I'm feeling even more brush around it. Like that's the stick you see poking out of the water is just the tip of the tree berg, if you know what I'm saying. There are more stuff down there. I want to feel a donk, swing on one, and it is just brick wall. That's what I like. That would make me very happy. Very, very happy this fine morn. On this fine, fine morn, huh? Tell you what, I'm pumped to come back here in the pre-spawn and throw a red thunder cricket and a hybrid hunter. Yeah, that'd be fun. Fish this place in the pre-spawn. We've been going for like an hour and 20 minutes. I don't want to make this too long today, but I definitely want to give it a college try. That was bad. That was so shallow. Might as well swim it, that cast, yeah. Cast into 10 inches of water. There we go. A little better. Still too shallow. Still swimming type of water. Alright, let's finally make a good cast, Tyler. There we go, there we go. How about that? Till he returns and the soul felt its worth. All right, let's go ahead and switch to worm. Nice thing about this pond is there's not a whole lot of snodgrass. Like especially this time of the year, a lot of ponds are just full of it. This pond, I think because it has no aquatic vegetation at all, it just doesn't have any. It don't grow here. Really surprising though, usually golf course pesticides are blooming mechanisms for snodgrass. Doesn't seem like here that's the case. All right, we are pretty close to the tee box here, so I gotta keep my head on a swivel in case these brothers decide to draw one right into my face. If a lefty steps up, I'm gonna be scared about a low slice. But I'm less scared about a low draw. There it goes. Good shot. Left side of the fairway, not bad. 200-yard drive, maybe. He had a sting in 110 club speed. But I guess he's probably 70 years old, so. Honestly, golfers on the tee box forcing you to slow down and not move is probably a good thing for me, because I'm a fast angler. As Ricky Bobby says, I want to go fast. This guy was giving instructions as to where to hit it, so I doubt he's going to hit me. Oh well, there he is. He has hit it. He's in the trees. That was literally on path for my head, but you know, 50 yards over it, so we were safe. But if he scolded that ball anymore, I'd be toast. Oh gosh, that dude hit a stinger. Oh, we got big owl in the red polo. Yes, sir. Last to tee. That means he lost the last hole. I don't like where he's lining up. I don't like that. Okay, re-tee it, re-tee it. Sounds good. Ooh, I don't like his follow through. Oh, this looks like a hook. This looks like a guy who hooks the ball. Cover my mouth, protect my teeth, protect my teeth, protect my teeth. Okay, again, straight over my head. I literally knew the follow through was gonna result in a hook. Although I'm only 70 yards from them, can that even be considered a hook? If you're off target that close, I'm pretty sure that's just a mishit. You just lined up wrong. And I'm gonna fish literally in the danger zone until the next group is on the tee box, and then I'll move to the tee box. But I'm not feeling much out here. I've been told the brush piles are off the shore here, but I'm not feeling many piles. It's like, what do you do when your pond is what I call a boring pond? As in, there's no real contours, there's no points, no humps, no grass, no brush. You just gotta find where the bass like to sit. There's gonna be some place. There's gonna be a weird hard spot where the ground is just, you know, different consistency when they built the pond. A little high spot somewhere. There's gonna be something for a bass to sit on. Always is. And somehow, if there's not, you're at the most bland, boring, round pond out there. The bass might just do circles. They might just cruise around all day looking for stuff to eat. And if that's the case, you gotta do the same thing. You gotta just not commit to a spot, just circle, circle, circle. That's kind of what I feel like these bass do. But you know, losing a big one under the tree last time and the same cast, catching a big one this time, I do think they probably have a little bit of territorial behavior to them. I'm gonna start swimming this. Need to cover water faster. It is shallow enough. I don't need to hop it. I can do a swim and stop. Swim and stop. Keep in mind though, the swimming worm is only good if you peg your weight. Don't try to fish a swimming worm without a pegged weight because they won't have the right action. I mean, I guess you could fish it just regular Texas rig style, hopping it off the bottom. But if you'd like to have the most effective swimming worm presentation in and around the grass especially, peg your weight. Just do it. I have seen nobody so far tee off from the tips. Nobody. They're all from the red tees, baby. Every group. Oh, it's slow. I do not like the summertime in Texas. Because I'm out here on a pretty good morning. Like, it could be even more sunny. We are getting blessed by the hazy clouds that are low in the sky. Could be way worse. I'm not catching much. Now, for as long as I've been fishing, and I've caught 4, it's definitely still good. Like, I'm not gonna complain. Still a fun morning. Was worth getting out of bed for, but normally, especially in a golf course pond, I can guarantee myself a little more success. Excuse me. Oh, hey. Did I say next fish before that last one just caught? I don't know. Next fish for sure. I don't know if that fish was before or after I said, oh, hold up. That was a bite. Had a bite as I was swimming it. In line with the left side of that tree. Okay. Gonna make that cast again. With a jig though. Man, fish in open water here with the koik, I think would catch me some bass. The koike. By the time this video drops, my Urchin Masterclass might be out on the main channel. Well, no, it won't. There's one. There's one big one. Big one. That was fun. That was fun, just dragging. And we got him. We got him, baby, on the jig. Don't think that was the same fish that bit me on the worm. But look how he ate the jackpot jig. And I did not get a good hook set in him, like strength-wise, but look where the hook got him. Unreal. This jackpot jig is so stinking good. I absolutely love this jig. Let me get an Instagram story here. That was bad. That's a bad photo. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This jig is one of the few on the market. Hey! See ya, buddy. Thoughts? Huh? Did I what?
Are you catching for a minute?
For a minute?
Are you catching a lot?
Nah, not today. Yeah, kind of slow. I mean, look at that. Even the golf course employees. You catching very many? That's fun. As I was saying, coated hook, VMC in the red line lineup. It's a custom hook, although it's not technically red line hook, but it's PTFE coated. Easiest hook I've ever gotten into a fish. Love this jig. All right, baby. Just got a slow drag. And I kind of feel like committing to the jig. But like I said, next fish will be the comment challenge. And we're gonna give away Outcast Tackle jackpot jig. It's like a $10 jig. So you might as well enter the comment challenge if you've never entered before. But my question for the day to win the comment challenge is going to be I was about to say, what's your biggest conspiracy theory? No, we'll save that for a different day. Trying to look around in nature and find something to ask a question about. Oh, here's a niche question. What's your favorite? Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, goodness. Dude, they're biting now. They're biting now. Oh my gosh. Stay down, get up here. Yes. Oh, they're chewing a jig. Yep, I'm dragging a jig from now on. Got that one in the tongue, sadly. Gotta get him back in the water before he starts bleeding. Sick, 2-pounder. Question, I don't even know if I got the question out. Comment challenge question, favorite plant. What is your favorite plant? Could be a tree. Maybe you have a big oak tree or aspen in your yard, and it's a staple in your family, you know? You guys love playing under the tree. It's got some history to it. Maybe you're a big gardener, and so you're big into flowers. Maybe you have a big old... There's another one. Gosh. Dude, they're all over the place here. This is fun. Is that 3 casts in a row? It might be. That's crazy. Maybe you got a bunch of hydrangeas around your front porch. So you're a big hydrangea guy. Maybe you're like me. You're from the Texas hill country and you got blue bonnets. Gosh, do I love me a blue bonnet. Oh my gosh, I got one. Oh, no. No. Oh, wait, hold up. I do have something. I've got someone's line with a jig. Oh my. Wow. So technically I am 4 casts in a row and catching something. Look at this. Got ourselves some line. I'll get through the comment challenge eventually. But yeah, favorite plant. And if you don't have a favorite plant, oh, sorry, I was saying Texas hill country and blue bonnets. I love me a blue bonnet. That's probably my favorite plant if I had to pick one. Come on. Get through there, please. Goodness gracious. Why can't I get this line? Here we go. All right. Let's go ahead and pull the line in. Totally thought I had a bass just now, but no, I've got someone else's line. And something else to add to Tyler's Warehouse. Tackle warehouse, but my version. Looks like the hook is rusted beyond repair, but it was a white swim jig. White dirty jigs, maybe? It could be Strike King. Not sure what the head design is. But we have cleaned up the pond today, huh? Turns out a jig is a good lure to be throwing today. Let me open up my... Actually, no, I'm going to shove it in the bottom here of my sling bag. Well, maybe that was a bad idea. The line is going haywire. There we go. Line's haywire. And then there's a drawstring on the bottom that I can draw to cinch it up. That will go in the trash. I would give that lure away too, but it's like hook is rusty. Okay, so that didn't count. That is technically still 3 casts in a row. Let's go out there. Something about this zone right here. Obviously, someone lost a jig there and caught 3 bass there. But that's going to be the comment challenge. Favorite plant. Maybe you're a sadistic sort of dude, and you like a Venus flytrap because you like how it just closes on a fly and slowly eats it, disintegrates it. Maybe that's your personality. I want to hear it down below. And if you don't got a favorite plant, just say that. That's fine. You don't got to have a favorite plant. I do one uncut every week, and I have run out of regular fishing questions, like what's your biggest bass on a jig? So we're just learning a lot about each other at this point. Favorite plant, go. Can you believe you woke up today, or you're going to bed watching this, and you have a chance to win an Outcast Tackle Jackpot jig by commenting your favorite plant? Was that on your bingo card for this week? Probably not. But it is now, baby. There's definitely more stuff on the bottom right out here. Not a coincidence that I caught 3 in a row. but I don't know if they got crawfish in here or bluegill. I know they got some bait fish, but not a whole lot. But they're liking the jig, that's for sure. All right, last cast here. Kind of covered this 20-yard stretch. My line just zoomed away. Do I have one? Nope, it was just falling fast. Seems like dragging it got me all those bites. I wasn't really hopping it off the bottom. I was supporting local drag. Dragging my jig, I mean. It is the month of June. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There's gotta be a 6-pounder in this pond. Gotta be a 6-pounder. Gotta be a 6-pounder in this pond. And not to say that I'm not gonna throw the worm again, but I'm definitely putting it away for now, because the jig is just catching them so good. And I'm going to show you on this next fish that I catch on that I get a bite on the jig, how little of a hook set this jig needs. I'm just going to like reel into him, just to show you how well this jig penetrates them. That's why it costs what it costs, because the materials are very, very nice. It's a premium product for a premium experience. Oh goodness. And I just had a stick there, but I'm gonna cast back. Just feel like there could be one there. There's not a bass there. Let's go a little deeper. I feel myself hitting a stick of some kind. Gonna slowly shake, hop it over. Pop it once. Deeper yet. Only fell for 4 seconds, so it's about 3.5-ish feet deep out there. Seems like it was falling deeper over there, 5 feet. But I've talked in videos on Tyler's Real Fishing, my other channel, just about you guys who fish ponds, that man, most of y'all don't have like a super deep pond. So when I'm talking deep water, I just mean out there in 5 feet. I don't mean you got a 15-foot section. It's the problem with most fishing YouTubers, that they're boat focused. I try to make videos in the boat, kayak, bank, because fishing is possible in all of them, but it's, look at that, look at that. I got a bite and I just reeled into him. Unbelievable. That, I mean, that's the way to show you guys how good this jig is. Perfect. Tore his dang hole in his mouth. I told y'all I was gonna not set the hook on the next jackpot jig catch I had. On the next jackpot jig bite I got. And I did that just now. And I proved this is one of the best jigs on the market. I love this hook. Love the size of the hook. It looks beefy. It looks big. It is. But man, you do not need Hulk Hogan level hook set to catch fish on this jig. Let's go. And this is for TikTok, so if you're watching on YouTube, disregard. And of course, like all Outcast tackle products, you can get it linked here on TikTok Shop right on the screen. We'll ship it right to your house, baby. In case you're wondering, I run the Outcast Tackle TikTok page. So that fish catch there and the accompanying discussion around the hook will wind up on TikTok. That fish bit as it was swimming, so makes me feel like I can swim it a little more. He ate it right here. Like I think he came off the stick. Crazy. Let me cast back over here. Since I was getting bites over here, I'll just swim one cast. See, this is the kind of action I was thinking I was going to get by coming here. Actually, I don't like that. There we go. All right, well, I guess just one on that zone. But you know, you'll have that on them big jobs. You'll have that red line hook on that big jobs. You gotta have that coated hook on them big jobs. I bet somebody today has unsubscribed because of my antics today. That's fine, baby. We'll replace them with 5 more. I think I'm gonna catch me a big one on the other side. And if I just got a bite on the sticks close to the bank, there's a bunch of sticks close to the bank on this side. Gonna have to pass by the dogs again. The barking dogs. The no good barking dogs. Zinger. Bit long of a cast there. Might not be the best idea. There's some stuff out there on the bottom. Oh, swimming this thing feels good. And if you're looking for a good combo, man, the Mock Smash is so good for the price. I mean, like, yeah, it's just a little premium. Not cheap. It's $230 or $200, I think. But it's so good. It casts so well. Built to last. Real wind grip, split grip here. Big fan. I've caught my fair share of big old bass, big old pond bass on the 7.3 medium heavy, this combo here. I've thrown mini little glide baits on this rod, thrown topwater on this rod, jigs, worms. It would work for the koiki, guarantee it. Oh, and that wind feels so nice. And look at these clouds. Like, they are perfectly blocking the sun. Best case scenario with how hot it's been. Best case. Best case on those big jobs. I'm not even using it right now. Oh, there's one. That was a bite, I think. Flip it right back in line. And give it a little more violent of a retrieve. See if I can trigger him. Speaking of trigger, minus the R, my son Brooks has been watching Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh, for the first time in his life, and it, you know, just floods back all the memories of Tigger. Of Tigger, bounce, bounce, bounce. And Pooh saying, oh, bother. I taught Brooks that Pooh Bear just wants honey. So Brooks will walk around the house just saying, Pooh Bear needs his honey. And it's so cute. Don't let nobody tell you having kids is not worth it. It is so worth it. We liked it so much, we did it twice. We got another kid on the way. Another kid. Another one is on the way. And some of y'all, when we had Brooks, some of y'all wanted to purchase something off of our baby registry, which was so awesome. Like, that was one of the coolest things, was receiving, you know, little nighty outfit, or car seat attachment, or breast pumping materials from you guys, and getting to write handwritten letters back to y'all. I mean, like, I know parasocial relationships are a thing, and I don't know most of y'all, but man, it feels like I do when I read your comments and I get to interact with you at the Bassmaster Classic, a Bible study. So much fun. So we don't have a registry yet for this baby, but I'll actually, you know what? If we have a link to one, I'll leave it in the video description. Again, no pressure. I'm not telling you guys to go buy my family baby stuff, but some people asked when they found out about our first child, so I thought I'd throw it out there. And if y'all get something off our baby registry, you are 100% going to receive a handwritten letter from yours truly and a pack of lures. Probably not a one-to-one trade, but man, I'd be so grateful. My wife would be so grateful. It would bless us immensely. Adding a baby girl to the family. So crazy. God is good though, man. Let's go ahead and move down the line. Hey dogs. How about you shut your face? And if you have a barking dog, just know I'm talking about you, okay? When I was saying that people need to control their dogs, that's what I'm talking about you. It is not cute. Your dog barks at everything. Sorry, not sorry. All right, we're back to it being 5 feet out there in the middle, which is nice. It'll be 5 feet on them big jobs. Weird how I catch 3 in a row and then hardly anything. Like, should I throw the worm? I don't know. I'm catching enough on the jig. Oh, nope. Stick. But when you're dragging, you feel a dunk and your line stops. It is best to just hold there for a second, and if it feels, as you're stationary, any different throughout like a 2-second window, set the hook. But if it doesn't, you're probably just wedged up against a stick or a rock, and then you can continue your retrieve after shaking it a few times. Man, we haven't had golfers in like 20 minutes. Weird. Guess there was some early tee time guys, and now it's the slump before the rest of the golfers wake up. Gotta watch out. There are several ropes in the water here. Not sure what those are going to. I guess that old fountain right there. It's funny, we only have 2 fountains in this whole pond active, and there's like 6 of them. The bases, at least. Oh. Nope, see, I lifted up, nothing there. I lift up and I felt something different, I would have swung. I'm gonna go back there just because it felt like a good piece of cover. But I don't think it was a bass, nope. Although I have not caught the same piece of cover, so makes me think it was a bass that just picked it up and dropped it. That's why I keep making flips here. Oh no, there it is. There it is, yep. Not a bass. Oh man, it felt like 6 feet out there. Nice, we have found the deepest section. I should probably throw the worm around. I'm just ultra confident in the jig right now. All of a sudden it's feeling like a chatterbait day. Give me 10 miles an hour of wind and it is a chatterbait kind of day. With water clarity, with 1 foot visibility, yeah, it's a chatterbait day. As long as you had more wind, like look at that, see, I got something but it's nothing there, so I'm just gonna pop it and it came right off. Oh, there's one. Yes, sir. That was one. Look at that. Taking it slow over the point has yielded a fish. And I have yet to lose a fish on the jackpot jig yet today. Goodness. 2-pounder? A lot of those. A lot of those on big jobs. I think I'm like 20 fish deep into this jig. Oh, I lost the eye. Oh, man. Like I said, I've had this jig for days. I've used it a long time. Go ahead and clean off the lens. See if we can get multiple casts in a row. Felt like there was some like gravel or something down there. Didn't feel like sticks. Felt harder. I just love dragging a jig, man. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, never mind. Thought I felt something juicy. Just in case there's a fish here that don't want a jig, I will go worm on this point. It's crazy though how much lighter the custom light rod is than the Mach 2. Like Mach 2 is not heavy, but this thing is just such a light combo. Goodness. I love it. Little 7-foot medium heavy, just a standard pond rod. It's probably my favorite rod Lew's makes is the custom light. I love it. Wasn't sure how I felt about it when I first started using them, but I'll tell you what, it is a great rod lineup. All right. Seems like most of my fish are coming in like the 3-foot depth zone. Like not up against the bank, but also not out there in the middle. Kind of right like there. That's where they seem like they're coming. So I'm gonna focus most of my casts paralleling to that zone, which would make sense. But that's where they're coming from. It's where the main drop off probably is on this pond. Probably goes sloping like this and then doop. What I believe neighborhoods call like the infant drop, because it's like if your kid is like wading, I guess infants wouldn't be wading. Child drop, whatever it is. Kids are wading out there, they can take one step too far and drown. Which I know, morbid visual here for uncut bass fishing, but I've heard it described as that. And that's where bass love to live. One child's danger is another bass's home. Put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna make some casts at this tree here because don't think I'll be able to reach it from the other side. Tell you what though, I'm feeling good, feeling sticks like almost the whole way back to me. So obviously there's a lot of timber that's fallen in the water in this pocket. Especially around the tree there. A lot of stuff in the water. I throw my jigs almost exclusively on 17-pound fluoro. My pond rod's having Seaguar Basics. It's a good budget fluorocarbon. I believe it's $10 a spool. And that spool with backing on the reel should get you 2 full reels. And I just think it's a really good line pound test. It's manageable. You can really give them the business. You can get stuck in cover, winch them out of there. 20 is better for fishing around cover, but 15 to me is just a little too light. Like, I'm gonna throw a 15 for my finesse jig when it comes out, because I'm not trying to fish that around as much stuff. But man, if I'm swimming a jig, hopping a jig around sticks and brush and grass, 17 is what I'm throwing, unless I'm in the bass boat, and then I'm throwing 20. Like, I throw 20 all the time in the bass boat. And that's just because I'm really fishing for some usually bigger bass, at least the possibility of. Skip under boat docks. Man, under boat docks, I'll even throw 22. Like, I'll throw big old fluorocarbon underneath boat docks. Just because I don't want to break off. There's a high likelihood of it. But in a pond, 17 is just fine. So I'll leave my favorite line linked below. I know it's hard if you're watching on TV to click those links, but if you could get on your phone, get on your desktop computer, your laptop computer, and give that link a click, get yourself some line, and maybe a trolling motor while you're at it, you know, because whomst among us is not trying to also buy a trolling motor today. Or a low Rance graph. Hey, Puppo, it's okay to be quiet every now and then. I'm making casts to that side, you know, 4 or 5 as at each spot, just because when I go down that side, I don't want the dogs barking at me. I'm gonna be flipping and pitching shallows pretty quickly. For you at home, happy Father's Day. Here's a flower. This video should be coming out around Father's Day, I guess. No, before Father's Day. But we never get to celebrate fathers. And the mothers. Can't forget the mothers. But as a father myself, as a father of child and soon-to-be children, happy Father's Day from us to you. And if you're not a father yet, what are you waiting for? Find a woman, settle down, have kids, build a life. Raise them up. What's the song? Buy dirt. Find the one you can't live without. Buy a ring, let your knee hit the ground. Do what you love and call it work. Put a little something in the plate at church. Something in the roots around here. So you buy dirt. Forget the second half of that chorus. All right. Seemed like there was a good zone there. And now not much around here. Again, I don't think the center, or I don't think the shallow corner here. This pond is very good. I'm gonna make one cast out to the middle, and then I'm really gonna focus on just the high percentage stuff underneath trees, overhangs that I see as I walk around. Probably finish this thing at 2 hours, 30 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, that's them bullfrogs I was hearing. Wow. Say it, dude. Speak your truth. Gosh. I mean, like, I don't agree about the socioeconomic, you know, state of the world, but you go off, King. Oh, just one. Oh. Let's see if we can do call and response. Oh. Oh. Nope. They know I'm fake. They know I'm not real. They know that I'm not real. I can't trick them. Like I said, at this point, I'm just gonna go high percentage. So I'm gonna swim it, buy some sticks, keep on walking. Skip it next to this tree here. Bad skip. There we go. Super shallow. Now let's go a little bit deeper. All right. Just gonna flip some various laydowns here. Can't wait for my my heavy cover jig to come out. It's just the best jig I've ever used for flipping laydowns and stuff. Laydowns, boat docks. It's a dang good jig. All right. Oh my gosh, there was one. There was one. There was one. I lost him. A really, really bad hook position. Come on now. Eat it again. Eat it again. He seemed small. The donk was not a big donk. You'll have that on the big donks. Yeah, he was not big. He was not grande. Y'all remember that brand, Grande Bass? They were a Central Texas brand, I believe. Soft plastics. I'm pretty sure they're still around. They had a worm called the Airtail Rattler. Had an air pocket, and I believe you could put a rattle in the worm. I don't know. Growing up, I thought that was the juice. I was like, oh my gosh, they're biting the Airtail Rattler. What a day! And in reality, I had one bite on it, but I thought I was dialed. Thought I was dialed on that Airtail Rattler. On that rattle. All right, we gotta get going. They're not back here. Yeah, I'm not back. Oh, I did not see those guys. Good thing is they're hitting their approach shots, so the likelihood of getting hit is low, and if I do, it's at a low speed. So they're hitting the pitching wedge. And if you've stayed this far into the Uncut, we've also got some exciting news. There's some special guests I'm working on getting for the Uncut channel that both might drop in July. Like it may be back-to-back special guests that are just the coolest dudes. Both way more famous than I am, way more followers, way more people on the planet that know who they are, and they both have expressed interest in coming on the channel. So that's pretty dang fun. I'm not going to tell you who they are because that would ruin the surprise. But stay tuned in July. Because all of a sudden you may open up YouTube and see a thumbnail with a special guest on it and be like, no way he got that guy. Because that's kind of how I feel. Especially one of these guests. It's like a, holy cow, this dude wants to fish. Can hardly believe it. So stay tuned. I gotta get out of here. This is not productive water. You think it would be, but it's not. Too shallow. Too shallow for the time of year. Dang it. Come on. Get off of there. There we go. I also gotta poop. My bagel and coffee from this morning are really working their way out. You know what I mean, huh? Oh no. Too low and I hit a stick. Got a backlash. Oh my gosh. Darn it. How about we don't do that, huh? Good thing is 17-pound line. What I just did there did not affect it in the slightest. Oh no. Come on, Tyler. Oh my gosh, get in there. Ah. There we go. Last pitch here and I'm done with this side. I'm talking like I'm done with it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go all the way. Now I'm gonna fish this as I walk by. Swim it through. There we go. Let's go ahead and make one cast to the edge out here. And swim it in. Maybe I'm missing out on fish by going that fast, but I don't think so. Hey puppies. That dog can almost fit through the grates. Goodness. How about we stop, huh? Think about what we're doing. Think about who you're barking at. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal. That's what I could say. You're barking up the wrong tree, buckaroo. They give up fast, that's nice. They're not habitual barkers. Sounds like a band. Hey guys, we're habitual barkers. Thanks for coming to see us tonight. Gonna play a good mix of songs y'all know, but also some new ones. Make some noise, Austin, Texas. Make some noise, Albuquerque. Make some noise, Omaha. Bands every time. You guys, this has been the best show of the tour so far. And you're like, sure it has. This is Grand Rapids, Michigan. What do you mean it's been the best night of the tour? You're just saying that. Like, I'm pretty sure Orlando was probably more hype. Man, energy tonight is off the charts. No, it's not. It's on the charts. I want to catch one right here, but dude, there's no way. The turtles are like taking over this bank. One cast down there. Feels like a productive cast. Down a good depth zone. Just gonna slowly swim it. Hopefully no golfers have stolen my rod. That's over there. Wouldn't think they would. Wouldn't think they even see it. There's a lot of brush out here. Wow. I'm actually gonna make one more cast. Seemed like I ran into a bunch of stuff down that stretch. Let's go even deeper. Again, make sure if y'all haven't checked out yet, my new Infinite Outdoors hat, branded bills, real high quality hat. Honestly, feel weird even wearing this fishing. That's how nice it feels. Got the rubber lettering on there, silicone lettering. 2 navy and 1 green. The navy is the only one that has the lettering though. Green and navy have that patch. And I'm sorry, I gotta charge the prices I do for them. I'm making the same margin as I do with the cheaper hats. That's just because the branded bills charges you an arm and 3 legs for hats. It's not like ordering more in bulk lowers the price per item. They're just expensive hats, man. It lowers the price per item by like 10 cents. Like, wow, if I order 100 more, then I finally make 10 cents more per hat. No thanks. I'm thinking I'm gonna get back to the dang overhanging tree and slap me a big one. That's the vibe I get. That's the vibe I get. Same exact cast too. We have been in a dry spell since the point. That's crazy. You think the sun coming out finally would get these fish chilling on that deeper stuff? But these bass could be bracing themselves for how hot it's going to be today. Based on how hot it's been this week, like I said. They're already exhibiting a lot more lethargic behaviors than they were a few weeks ago. Man, we've been going long enough today, man. Hopefully I've kept y'all entertained with today's fishing podcast. Lots of guys have a podcast talking about fishing. This is a fishing podcast. There's one. Oh no. Oh, you dropped it. I think it was. It could have been lifting over a stick. I'm going to choose to believe that's what it was. I just didn't. I almost set the hook. It was close. Yeah, I'm not feeling a stick there. Oh no, it was a bass. Oh, I had a fish. Wow. And he dropped it. I dropped it. I dropped the ball. Son of a biscuit. Yep, drop shot, I catch that fish. Drop shot, I catch that fish. No doubt. They are biting softer and softer. Good thing about Minnesota, where I'm about to go, some of the next Uncuts will be from there. They don't bite soft there. At least not the way I'm gonna catch them. You shake a jig, boom, slack line them, and it's fun. And it's fun that way. Smallmouth, knock your spinnerbait, explode on your top water. Fun, fun, fun. And like I said, this is a video about teaching how to fish these summertime ponds. And my biggest teaching thing would be, the bite slows down like this. Like I'm still happy I'm catching them on a jig, but I think a drop shot or a Nico rig worm would be better than the jig is. Especially at just getting a bite. So get there early, throw top water, try something moving, or bigger across the bottom, like I'm doing with the jig and the worm. And if that still doesn't work, drop shot Nico rig. And man, if you do all three of those, you can hang your head high. That doesn't make any sense. You can keep your head high, knowing that you tried all the categories. A lot of sticks down there. This feels good. And I like the shade. The shade of a sycamore tree. I don't know. That's a sycamore, probably not. Any bass under the tree? Tell me, rabbit, where's the honey? Oh, bother. That should be one. That should be one. Wow. There's a bass living under that bush. I just know there is. You just don't want to eat, and that's okay. I've never caught him. I've never gotten a bite by that bush. So maybe precedent should tell me there's not a bass there. I just have to think there is. It's one of these times I'm gonna catch old Sally. Okay. Give me the donk, give me the donk, give me the donk. I need a teaser line. 2, 1. I'll tell you something though, this is what summertime fishing is all about. It can be a lot of fun, but man, can it be tough. A lot of fun is the top water catch. Tough is the speed ramp all around this whole area here. And then finish with a jig hook set. And y'all just witnessed how to build an intro. I don't always have pre-planned lines like that. Oh, go fish. I had a donk. Like they're not eating it now. They're slapping at it. Yeah, I don't always have pre-planned lines, but it does help emphasize the title of the video if the first 10 seconds somebody watches is all about that title. That's just a little YouTube secret for you. You ever wonder why you watch a instructional video of mine and the very first shot you even see, let's say it's about a spinnerbait versus a chatterbait. The first 2 shots you're gonna see are underwater on a spinnerbait and underwater on a chatterbait. I just want people to see a title and a thumbnail, click on it, and immediately get what they clicked for. It's kind of been one of the keys to my YouTube success the last few years, is really understanding the scripting of a video and the visuals that go along with it. And almost every single monthly lures video I do, the first shot you see, that bass? No. The first shot you see is not me talking to the camera or even catching a fish. It is a bunch of lures. There's a method to the madness, let me tell you. And with how much competition there's got to be. A lot of competition out there on YouTube. You got to stand out and do your best job. You got to do your best job on those big jobs. I cannot believe I'm not getting bit down these banks. What are we doing? Like, this is crazy. I'm fishing it in the what I think is the right zones. Maybe I got to be 10 feet out, 20 feet out. Really shocked. Really shocked. Shock and awe, shock and awe. Filled with wonder, awestruck wonder, at the mention of your name. Jesus, your name is power, breath and living water, such a marvelous mystery. Oh yeah. Slapper of a song right there. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. Yeah. I caught one on this lay down last time. Let's see if there's one here again. If they are territorial fish. Nope. Does not seem like it. Dude, they're not biting no more. They are not biting no more. This bite is shut off. And this is the side that I thought I'd get more jig bites on. Like what? I said, hey, what's going on? I'm guessing I'm fishing too close to the bank. Even on the steep side here, I've probably got to be even further out than that. We've just been fishing long enough and I gotta go to the restroom. I ain't trying to go super slow right now. Really felt like there'd be at least a few dinks laid up on these bushes here next to the shoreline. It's crazy to me. I'm not getting bites here. Wild. Dang. One cast off the bank here. We're gonna go immediately up to the tree and make 3 casts, and then the bush on the other side of the tree, and then we are done. Because man, his bite has shut off. Like, I for sure needed a drop shot. These bass are doing funky things here. Several rat-a-tat-tats with no landed fish. I almost need a dang Carolina rig. I need a 1/4 ounce Carolina rig. And just drag it out there in the middle. That would probably catch some, to be honest. All right, tree. Right here, baby. Catch me a giant. Catch me a giant. Catch me a giant. Man, no giant. How about under there? I was gonna come here for an episode of Scaled Up on the next bait that I've got. I just don't think I will anymore. Like, it is not that good. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Jason. Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
Hey, I'm filming right now. Can I call you back in a little bit?
Yeah, call me back.
All right, bye. Last 2 casts here, baby. Actually, 3 casts. 1 there. 1 out there. And then 1 where I got a bite earlier that did not hook up, and that was right there. Besides the tree. Well, whether or not I catch one on this cast or not, it has been a fantastic episode of what I would call classic summertime pond fishing. Start off with some topwater action, figure out a little something, but man, oh, there was one. Man, it slowly starts to fizzle out, die off, until eventually you gotta go full-blown finesse, which I did not bring the rod for. But hopefully y'all enjoyed today's episode. If you did, go ahead, subscribe, check out the links below and my merch. If you want to stay on the channel, one of the best ways you can help this thing continue to grow is by just sticking around. I will leave my last bank fishing uncut clickable over here in this corner, and my last kayak uncut. If you're a kayak fisherman, that's clickable over here in this corner. My name is Tyler. As always, it's a dang pleasure to be uncut with you guys, and we'll see y'all next time right here on Uncut Bass Fishing.